Hello, 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 and how is everybody doing? Welcome to yet another episode of Mystery Mondays here at RetroActive. As always, I'm your host, Retro. Hopefully everybody's doing good. I see Leather Rebel is here. Thank you for being here, Leather. We got Spartan, we got Onyx. Earlier we had John Campanas and Dirt, but it seems they left. It's all good. And I'm salivating right now. Bear with me, everybody. I've got some human technical difficulties going on. I'm just here dealing with something. Right? Hey, everybody's dealing with something, Onyx. Everybody's dealing with something. Believe it or not, as I was about to say, I can hear you. Just don't have the tab up. It's all good. I wish I could say hear y'all, but I can barely even hear myself. Currently, for the past 4 or 5 days now, I've been dealing with hearing loss. I can't hear out of my left ear. I literally can't. This ear here, as you can see me tapping on it, I can't hear nothing. Not one sound, not even a muffled sound coming out of this ear. I've got, you need nasal spray. It's not nasal spray. I've already done that. I've done nasal spray. I've done allergy medicine. I've done the Debrox liquid with the hydrogen peroxide syringes. I've done it all. You rocked too hard back in the days. Probably did. It's actually, it took 2 weeks of shooting my nose. I've already been on it for a week now, and from what I'm gathering from when I went to the hospital, the inside of my ear is infected and swollen. It's a downside to my, I have what's called Meniere's syndrome. Okay, not Miner's syndrome like a lot of people like to pronounce it. It's called Meniere's syndrome. It's a offshoot, or it's caused by my vertigo. It's an actual hearing loss condition that I was diagnosed with, and it is starting to come to fruition. I have, there's an ENT, ear, nose, and throat doctor that's supposed to be, I'm supposed to have an appointment with him next week, and we're going to figure out why, because this kind of sounds weird, because I'm literally, all I'm hearing sound from is right here in this ear, so it's kind of weird, but it's all good, I mean, I'm alive, I can still hear to some degrees, so it's nothing to really worry about too much right now. Thank you, Leather Rebel. But anyway, I do have a specialist appointment with a specialist that will get things taken care of. So it's nothing major. It's one of those things. Had I not been jumped as an officer, I'd probably be in 100% good health today. But once I got jumped as an officer, things little by little just kind of accumulated. And it happens. I'm alive. That's all that matters. That said, positivity, everybody. Let's go ahead and do some shout outs real quick. We are going to shout some people out. I love this button because I can easily push one button and shout all you guys out. In just a second here, you're going to be seeing a pop-up. Supposed to be seeing a pop-up. Maybe not. Where is my shout outs? Did I not add it? Yeah, it's right there. It's not playing. So for some reason, I had to do some editing. My shout-out player is not playing. I'm still going to do shout-outs, everybody. So make sure you check everybody out. All the people that I'm shouting out right now are great people. So definitely check them out. There you go. Leather Rebel is a stream demon. Spartan is a stream demon. So with that, I know Demon was a former stream demon, but... Hashtag Stream Demons. Throw your horns up, everybody. It's all about the Stream Demons and Stream Demon love. Thank you all for being here. I got a lot of great stuff for you. As always, I'm going to do the early teaching of stuff, and then I'm going to switch over to the debunking, which is Onyx Demon's favorite thing, guys. I have some actual new nuke top fives. Sorry, love you, Retro, but Stream Demons wasn't fit for me. Hey, it's all good. It's all good, Onyx. It's all good. You gave it a try. You stuck with it. It may not be for everybody, but you showed your friendship to me by trying to be there and actually putting in the effort, and I appreciate you help being there and doing what little bit you did while you were there. So I appreciate it, Demon. You're still my friend, and you always will be. So anyway, what are we going to talk about today is, switch the gears here. I'm still in a mood. I'm still a mod in your Discord, and you're in my personal one. Yes, truly, you are still a mod in my Discord, and I'm still in yours, definitely. So today we're gonna, as always, like I said, we're gonna go over some typical ghost hunting notes. A lot of you are new. Demon has been here since day one of Mystery Mondays, so he is OG. So a lot of stuff that I go over, he'll already know. But today we're going to talk about the different types of haunting. There are 6 different types. Yeah, OG, exactly. So that, as you see there, the 6 types are residual, intelligent, shadow people, orbs, poltergeist, and demonic entities. We're gonna go basically over all those. No, he's original gangster. I'm the old guy. Okay, so he's younger than me, so I'm the old guy. He's just original gangster. Well, see, Spartan, if I'm right, you're around my age bracket, so that would fit. For those who don't know, I am 46 years old, so yes, I am an old guy, or an older guy. Staying hydrated, by the way. But it's all good. I am very spry for being my age. I don't look my age. I do look like, as you can see, I do look like I'm in my late 30s. And I'm proud of that. I'm good with that. No gray hairs. You know, I'm not losing hair. All this right here. It's all real. It's all natural, baby. So yeah, all the hair that you're seeing is real. It's not a wig. So that said, you know, I'm happy to have my hair. I'm happy to have no gray hairs. I have very minuscule wrinkles. So I may be an older guy, but I can still run circles around a lot of younger guys. Anyway, let me pull my notes up and get this started. Before I get started, I'm gonna go ahead and ask a question, and gauge what you guys know and what you guys don't know. So, can anyone name some types of ghosts besides the actual ones that I've listed as in the types of ghosts? Can anyone name or the types of haunts? Can anyone name the types of ghosts? Because for every different type of haunt, there is a type of ghost. Believe it or not, there's different types of demons, there's different types of orbs, there's different types of poltergeist, there's different types of intelligent and residual haunts. She was a wolf. My ex stepmother, she was a she-wolf. Well, a she-wolf and a werewolf may be 2 different things. So, she just may have been old and hairy. You actually don't know she-wolf, LMAO. Okay, so we're going to get into that. I just wanted to kind of gauge. I know that Onyx Demon actually knows the answer, and I know he's kind of holding back because he didn't want to come off as a know-it-all. He's actually one of the few that would know the answer to that question. Sorry, what? I'm giving you props, Demon. I am giving you props. That's all I'm doing. Giving you props. I was in my kitchen. I was basically telling people could they name some of the different types of ghosts and see what they knew. And I know that you know the different types. So I was just stating that you were holding off because you knew the answer already. Ghosts and ghost hunting. And by the way, I'm reading off my notes, but what do you know and how do you know it? Today, thanks to television and movies, many people think they know about ghosts or how to ghost hunt. They know what they are told or read. The problem with this, echo mist, ectoplasm. See, there we go. Many people think they know about ghosts or how to ghost hunt. And as Sweet Biscuits in the house. Let me throw a shout out to Sweet Biscuits. Bow. Okay. Shadow Walkers, Funnel Ghost. Yep. Exactly. High back, Sweet Biscuits. High back. As I was telling the rest of the people, bear with me, Sweet Biscuits, because I can 100% not hear in my left ear. I literally hear nothing out of it. So I'm going off this ear here. So if I sound like I'm talking a little louder than normal and a little slower than normal, it's because I'm trying to process all the sound through this ear. As I was saying, the problem with most of the ones doing the telling and teaching of ghost hunting themselves, they don't know, and both parties pretty much fill in the blank with what they think or assume. So because most people that do ghost hunting are going off the stupid books that they read, like, you know, Ghost Hunting for Dummies from Zach Bagans, and the TV shows that they watch, they're like, oh, well, this is how they do it, so we're going to do it the same way, you know, and then when they come in contact with something they don't know, they make it up, or they just go with it and assume something. And it ends up being a lot more problems than it's worth. A lot of times you'll hear Onyx Demon mention it, and myself talking about there's certain things you need to be very, very careful with, especially with demonic forces and stuff like that, because you could end up into a whole new world of hurt if you don't know what you're doing. The only Baggins I know is Bilbo. Well, Leather Rebel, there was a TV show, still is, with a guy named Zach Bagans. It's called Ghost Adventurers. Most of the times you'll see him, what was that? What was that? Did you hear that? Did you feel that? What was that? And a lot of times you'll see him. So yeah, that's Zach Bagans. I said like I know that show. Your impressions is on point. Thank you. So anyway, for example, orbs, let's see, on live chat with dryer placed now, looking to get my dryer exchanged. Awesome. I hope they do something for you, Demon. I hope they do something. If I was there with you, I would easily just simply change the plugs out and get you going that way, but I'm not there. It's a far distance to get to where you are. But for example, orbs. Many are led to believe that that when they see what looks like a ball of light in night vision footage, that it's an orb, because it's a ball of light floating around. Is it an orb really? Maybe, maybe not. To understand and discern, one needs to actually have all the info, not just a bit of info. They will have a dryer through the window. So pretty much, as I said earlier, I covered this in the past, but with new viewers, I plan to discuss the 6 different types of hauntings or manifestations again. We are going to basically go over these real quick, and then we're going to go get into the debunking. But residual haunting activity. This activity can pretty much occur when something traumatic or stressful occurs, such as murders or rapes, deaths in the family. Any kind of negative energy is literally blasted into the atmosphere, causing the atmosphere to pretty much imprint or record that moment in time. Pretty much what you'll hear me use the term a timestamp. So it records this event as a timestamp, so to speak. It's pretty much like a VHS tape. It will play those events over and over and over and over again. Totally believe that. Yeah, trust me. When it comes, if Onyx says something like that, pretty much you can guarantee it's going to happen. So anyway, a timestamp, so to speak, is, like I said, a VHS tape, and it plays those events over and over again. This is not an intelligent haunting. There is no interaction between yourself or the entity. Residual hauntings can pretty much also be caused by positive energy blasted into the atmosphere, but many times it's the negative stuff. Especially in ghost stories where people can hear the sounds of parties, the sounds of music, singing, dancing, laughter. Basically any sounds when they enter a room. Now there is no where was I? I lost my whole place. Okay, so pretty much residual haunting activity can also be the specters of living beings. So sometimes you can see their forms. You can see a transparent, ethereal version of the person that that timestamp is based on, but it is not intelligent. It literally is just a replay of the energies that were blasted into the atmosphere and are left behind and have nowhere to go but constantly loop themselves. So if you ever find yourself seeing a ghost and you're trying to talk to it and it's not looking at you, it's pretty much like not even recognizing your existence, that is a residual haunting. So since we basically explained the unintelligent haunts, we're going to move on to the opposite, which is the intelligent haunt, or the interactive activity. As beings of matter, we are all energy. Basically energy on the quantum level. We have an aura of energy that pretty much surrounds our bodies. Now, I know this is kind of sounding all hippie with, you know, oh, the auras of different colors. And pretty much it is that concept. This aura is created by millions of electrical currents that are created through our bodies. The intelligent college ghosts. Yeah, pretty much. Exactly. So anyway, these electrical currents that are created through our bodies, our brain and our heart create these different waves that give off pure energy, transmitting our thoughts and our emotions and what we see, what we feel, etc. So everything that our brain and our heart do, they give off these impulses. They're even read by an EKG and an EEG machine. So the more energy you have, the more energy you're putting out there. Okay. Now, when our mortal form dies, those electrical waves or that aura that constantly surrounds our body pretty much leaves our body. This energy, the aura, or as some of us call it, our souls, that is carrying this information of what we used to be. If it can do this, then why couldn't it also carry our intelligence? If it can carry the intelligence of our previous life, then it should be able to interact with us intelligently the same way. When we see this, we call it a ghost. This is a pretty much, if this ghost is able to interact with us, is it aware of us? Can it touch us? Can it communicate with us? Then if it can, then this is pretty much what you call the intelligent or interactive haunt. You're getting an actual response from something that used to be living and is very aware of you and is responding back to you. So if you're doing an EVP session and you ask what's your name and it responds with a name, you possibly have an actual intelligent haunting. If you can get consecutive answers from consecutive questions, you definitely have an intelligent haunt. Now, there is a higher level of this intelligent haunt. It's the holy grail of ghost hunting. With the holy grail of ghost hunting is when you're going to get the physical manifestation that is an intelligent haunt, where not only can you hear the ghosts, but you can see them. If you get an actual physical representation right in front of you and it communicates with you, you've just gotten the holy grail of ghost hunting. There have been documented experiences of these rare ghost hunting intelligent types. I know that if you ever watched the movie about Annabelle, the married couple that was in that married couple, they are very well known in the paranormal world. They have experienced this exact type of intelligent haunt where it has manifested physically in front of your eyes, as well as intelligently communicating with you as well. So they have actually experienced the Holy Grail. Monk is in the house with mentioning Annabelle. Yep. So yeah, with Annabelle, the two people who did her, they have experienced the Holy Grail of intelligent haunts. We had Chucky. Nice. See, I've got a Chucky doll too. It's in the shed because I used to do the whole "Sorry, Jack, Chucky's back." Anyway, Moving on to other stuff. Some reasons the ghost may be tied to the site or to people. This person may have died as a result of a traumatic event, a murder, a car accident, or whatever. Due to unfinished business, they may still be there because they have died suddenly and they don't know that they're dead. The spirit is emotionally connected to their loved ones. And then last but not least, the fear of the other side or judgment. So say you have a super religious person that did some bad things in their life and they're afraid that they're going to be cast to hell and they're afraid of being judged one side or the other. Their body is going to stay away from that light and moving forward and stay behind to not have to face the judgment because they're afraid of which way they're going to go. So that those are the many different types of ways that those intelligent haunts are left behind. This pretty much brings us into, by the way, while I'm talking, Monk, how are you doing since I haven't talked to you in a little while? Hopefully you're doing good. Hopefully the kids are doing good and they're not in your hair like normal. Let's see. Tabitha, hey, Retro, I look forward to this stream every week. Thank you for being here. Let me drop a shout out to Tabitha, everybody. Now, for some reason, Streamlabs is not working right. So my shout-out player, for some reason, isn't playing. I have to look into it. There's a lot of plugins and stuff that aren't working. I had to figure out why it's not working. But I'll have those working later. Working mad hours at work. As long as you're not working too much to kill yourself, then you're doing good. Can't get any better. Mystery Monday with a Legend Retroactive and lunch break. I'm here all 30 minutes. Nice. Welcome, Supply Jeff. Let me drop another shout out. Supply Jeff, also known as the Kraken. The Kraken has been released for break. Okay, so hopefully in the near future, Leather Rebel and I can take you ghost hunting in California. I would honestly love that, believe it or not. I'm trying to get some ghost hunting going on right now. The only thing holding me back from doing my live stream right now is finding a place to do it here in my local town. As soon as I can get a place to do a hunt with, I'll be doing my live ghost hunts. Maybe I've already worked myself to death and don't know it. See, there we go. Monk could be a digital ghost right now. His intelligent haunt could be typing on the computer right now, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, I can go ahead and tell you, Monk, this ear is already dead. So part of me is dead. I can't hear nothing out this ear. So I'm relying on this ear here. So that's the reason why I'm not as hyper as I normally am, guys. I'm going off completely deaf in this ear. So bear with that. I'm trying to work through this. Anyway, this leads us on to our next type. Number 3, ladies and gentlemen, the shadow people or shadow creatures. Now, how's Granny? Granny's actually doing really good, Monk. She's been out and about. They're actually planning on, I can't remember if it's Tuesday or Saturday or when, but they're planning on getting ready to go to visit Gil in Suffolk. So Granny's rocking. Granny's doing really good for her age. And I'll let her know that you asked. So anyway, with shadow people and shadow creatures, this is pretty much a type of haunting or activity that has no real explanation and are different from ghosts. Usually shapeless, dark masses, mostly seen from the peripheral vision, from the corner of your eye, basically. People are like, what was that? I just saw a shadow go by. So you're seeing it out the corner of your eye or your peripheral vision. They are known to do things that are different from ghosts. They can move between walls. They have no actual human features. They wear no clothes, except for, of course, there is some that what's known as the Hat Man or the hooded figure. But those are the only ones that have actual clothes. People who encounter them have a feeling of dread. Clairvoyants that encounter the shadow people say that they do not feel they are human and that they consider themselves to be non-human. So shadow people have no discernible mouth, nose, or facial expressions. Some are seen as child-sized dark humanoids. Some people say they seem to be made up of dark smoke or dark steam. And at times when they move, they appear to be moving. Okay, you have my undivided attention now. Awesome, 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 awesome. I'm glad to have your attention. So I lost my train of thought here. Some people may have seen that they made up of dark smoke or steam. At times they move. Okay, so they move. They appear to be moving on an invisible track from one place or another, such as a toy train on a small-scale railroad track. They have been seen to hop or what appears to be strange dances, and they are known to stare at the floor. Supply Jeff at Onyx Demon, how are you doing? Annoyed beyond belief. He's about to get testy with a manufacturing company. So pretty much there are two types of shadow people. Two common types are the hat man that looks like he or she is wearing a 1930s fedora. Usually a lot of people mistake these for being a form of the Men in Black. And then there's the hooded figure, which looks like a shadow person that has a hood over their head, Grim Reaper style. The hood and the hat stand out as clothing, but otherwise they are not wearing any clothes at all. So pretty much they must be naked shadow masses. So if one of them is female, it's a good way to get yourself some ghost porn if you can find a naked female ghost mask, you know, because they wear no clothes. But, you know, all jokes aside, Scottish style. Exactly, Scottish style. There we go. There we go. They got those Scottish ghost kilts on. So pretty much, the reports of all the shadow animals are also there, such as a shadow in the form of a cat, with no discernible mouth, nose, or eyes. A lot of times, the shadow cat is actually from what they look on video cameras, and they see that that one cat that happens to be a light gray, and on a night vision camera, it blends into its atmosphere, and it just looks like it's transparent when it's an actual physical cat blending into its surrounding, like a ninja cat, more or less. I'm alright, just nom 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 on rap. So that's the shadow mask. Pretty much more often than not, you're going to get a humanoid form versus an animal form. If it's an animal form and it's a cat, more often than not, you're actually not seeing it. You're seeing a real cat that just happens to look like a shadow mask. But there have been notes of a dog-like shadow mask. Maybe not an actual dog, but the descriptions of it have the forms of a dog with a big mastiff bulldog with horns, or a hellhound. But that's, you know, there is no definable proof evidence to that fact, more so hearsay of what people saying that's what they saw. So we're going to move on to my favorite one, ladies and gentlemen. Let me scroll up a little bit here. I talk about this one quite often in my discussions. And Onyx Demon is always here to know this one here. He knows how much I love to laugh at people on this. 1 second. I'm trying to stay hydrated right now. The allergy medicines that I were taking to try to see if it was the ear had me dried up. And I'm like, I got a super dry throat now. But anyway, back to the topic of the discussion. Orbs. Orbs is another type of entity or haunting. So basically an orb is a ball of light that appears unexpectedly in a photo or video. Normally white or bluish in color. One or more may appear on an otherwise normal photograph and are occasionally captured on videotape as well. Pretty much in which they are usually moving, often at a high rate of speed. Guess what, Retro? What, Onyx Demon? What? Tell me. I'm going to pause what I'm saying to see what he's got to say. Because you, my viewers, are more important than what I got to say. I'm waiting. I'm doing a dance, and I'm waiting. So while I wait for Demon, I'm going to go ahead and move on. So as I was saying, they're usually caught at a high rate of speed. I thought I saw an orb spirit before, but turns out it just started seeing dots from fapping too hard. Oh my, oh my, my. How do you know if it's an orb or a speck of dust being reflective unless you're about to tell us? Well, Leather Rebel, you have hit the nail on the head. I'm about to tell you. I had light show up in some cemetery photos I took. I can send them to you if you want. Hey, look, if any of you guys have video or photos of what you think are ghosts, or if you're not sure, send them to me, and I love to debunk stuff and help you figure them out. And if they're good enough, I'll use them on the episode and show them here, and we can all debunk them. So definitely show me. So pretty much they are, orbs are hypothesized by some researchers to be basic manifestations of spiritual energy in its simplest and most primitive form. In other words, it's thought by some to that an orb is a ghost that is in the most early stage of manifesting. Its essence is being contained with a tiny globe of pure energy, like air inside of a bubble. Now, this is where I'm going to be explaining what orbs are and what orbs aren't. Most orbs are flash reflections of some airborne particle, of dust, and like the overwhelming majority of UFO photos, most orb photos undoubtedly can be explained. A way to discern, I'm sitting here losing track, so sorry. A way to discern an orb from airborne objects or particles is simple. If you and another person do not see it in front of you with your naked eye, and only see it on a photo or video, then it is not an orb. If you don't see it with your naked eye and you see it on the camera after the fact, then it is either a dust particle, a bug, it could be somebody's little hair floating around, it could be a mist of water. So, where's the point system? I don't know where the point system is. I used to have a video, image that I would normally show up and show you guys. I'll show you that later when I go into an in-depth discussion on each 6 types of the manifestation. That's what this is pretty much leading to. Is next Monday I'm going to go into the residual haunting, and I'm going to do an in-depth discussion on residual, and then the next Monday I'm going to do a in-depth on intelligent haunts, so forth and so on. But again, if you don't see it with your naked eye and the person beside you can't see it, if both of you are not seeing it with your naked eye and you only see it in that picture or video, it is not an orb. If it's after the fact, then it is either dust or hair or mist or a bug. Pretty much that's all it is. You have, if it's an actual orb and it's actually glowing with a light, you'll be able to see it in your present view without the camera, without night vision, and any of that. This is one of those things that, like Ghost Adventures, like, oh, we got an orb. Did you see that orb? Oh my God! But they only see it when they're playing their video back. They never see it. Like say I'm hunting. I'll be like, oh look, there's an orb. Let's catch it on film. You know, it's never that. It's more, you know, we're filming, and oh hey, look at that orb. You know, it's right here on the camera. It's a dust particle. So pretty much that's the most discernible way to understand the difference between the two. If you didn't see it from your naked eye, it's not an orb. That said, we are going to move on to the last one. The last one I'm saving because it's Onyx Demon's favorite topic of discussion. But this next one is poltergeist activity. Poltergeist is from the German word meaning noisy spirit, or noisy spirits, plural. Reports of poltergeist date back to ancient Roman times. The activity takes place. We'll start off with knocks and bangs and furniture moving. Then the activity will become more intense, manifesting itself through voices and even appearance of full apparitions. Furniture may slide across the room, and beds may shake. Many shows are pretty much based off hauntings of this type, but it tends to be most terrifying and rarest of haunting that occurs. Most of the time, in cases of poltergeist, the haunting circles around a female in her teen years. Some of these cases seem to be caused by the female unknowingly controlling the energy around herself, telekinetic, telepathic, and some of the cases happen around people that are stable and in the right space of mind. People that aren't stable or in their right space of mind. These hauntings are hard to classify due to certain situations. No two are ever clearly really the same. So pretty much what they're finding out with research is that some teenagers, specifically females over male, have a high capability of psychic abilities as far as telekinesis and telepathy. And because they're in an emotional state, because they hate their parents or their boyfriend broke up with them, and for the few males, their girlfriend dumped them, they have some kind of emotional baggage that builds up and builds up and builds up until they have all this telekinetic, telepathic energies and field around them that it's manifesting, you know, certain things to happen and pushing things and sliding things or pulling things, making it appear to be poltergeist when it's them. Women's intuition takes on another meaning. Exactly. It's pretty much one of the reasons why women do have a certain psychic intuition. As they get older, they lose the strength that they had when they were a teenager, which exhibits in poltergeist activity, but they still have that intuition there. The meaning of it is that the female, when they're young, have a stronger ability, but don't know it or how to use it. As it gets more faint and the woman gets older, they actually know how to use it, but it's weaker than when they were a teenager. So it's basically a double-edged sword. You can't win for losing. You got that intuition. You had the very minute ability to know something's up, but you can't quite know what it is. You just know something's up. So yeah, pretty much that's what most poltergeists are. Now, I'm not saying that all poltergeist activity is this and that is, you know, completely debunked, but about 80 to 85% of poltergeist activity is coming out to be a person's psychic abilities causing things to happen through telekinesis or telepathy. Tabitha says, I was just about to ask about the intuition thing. I feel like I'm very sensitive to supernatural presence. And yes, Tabitha, that comes out to two things that I talk about quite a lot. Give me a second. My throat's starting to go dry again. Okay. You have two types of people, and every person is one type or the other. They just don't know that they're one type or the other. You have gates and magnets, okay? You should have went to Hogwarts, right? She would actually get along in Hogwarts, really. I could see her being good friends with Harry Potter if she was there. But anyway, you have two types of people. You have gates and magnets. Gates are more of your clairvoyant psychics and mediums who can channel ghosts. They have the ability to allow that energy into themselves or put their energy out to there and create a communication network between themselves and the entities. I am mega fan of the gangsta Harry Potter. Yeah, I can see Onyx Demon as Onyx would have been a Slytherin if he was at Hogwarts. I do a lot of meditation and divination work as well as having premonition dreams and Leather Rebel ammo, if only. And see, Tabitha, that would mean that you, if you were the two types, this is, yep, I was sort of Slytherin. See, there we go. Oh, frankly, Faye, dropping some bits there. Thank you, Faye. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down my spine. Shrinking skull will shock your soul, so you don't do mine. Let me do a shout out real quick to Faye. But yeah, Faye is one of my favorite streamer guys. Definitely check her out if you have not. Her streams are super, super fun. You will literally leave her streams with pure laughter, guys. Definitely check out her husband too, twitch.guru. Let me drop out a link to him real quick. I got it in my About Me, but I do want to drop it out here. Liking the little bit of beard under the, oh, the soul patch. Yeah, got that soul patch going on. Okay, so maybe more empathy, not sensitivity. Gotcha, Onyx, gotcha. So as we were saying, gates. Gates are the ones that can channel the ghosts. K40, what is up? Hello, hello, hello. Oh, thanks for the shout out. You're welcome. As you can see, Faye, the player wasn't working. I've got to re-add it for some reason, because for some reason it's not playing right, but I'll re-add it later tonight. It plays in all my other ones, but on my Monday nights for some reason it doesn't want to play. I may have to reset my Monday night settings and stuff, but I'll get to that later. So let me do a shout out to K40 real quick. And then we're going to get back to gates and magnets, because I still have to talk about gates and magnets. There's a shout out to K40. He's one of our new, one of the stream demons that are recently become affiliate. So I'm glad that he is an affiliate now. So cool. Props to K40, one of our fellow stream demons. Anyway, gates and magnets. As I said, gates are those who can easily channel ghosts. Be it mediums, psychics, you know, whatever. They actually create a communication network with the spirits. With magnets are a little bit of a difference. I myself am what they call a magnet. Magnets are people who have super high energy. Okay, and as we all know, I'm super hyper all the time, and that's because I have what's called hyperkinesia. My body overproduces energy. I produce energy when I'm sitting still. I produce energy by wasting energy. So if I were to go out and do a 3-mile run, you know, instead of getting tired like most people, I'll have this big, huge ball of energy that I need to waste just from running. I'm definitely a magnet too. Yeah, Faye, with your ball of energy, you definitely are a magnet. The thing about magnets is, as most people know, for a spirit to manifest, it has to pull energy, usually from cell phone batteries, your flashlight batteries, your camera batteries. They always pull energy from some kind of power source. Well, a magnet is, yes, I used to say I buzz off my tiredness. I'd become manic, right? I totally feel you. I definitely have medium energy. My wife is the magnet now. See, there you go. See, things will definitely happen around you, K40. If she's a gate and you're a magnet, then or you're the gate and she's the magnet, things will definitely happen. John is back. Welcome back, John Cambanis. With a magnet, what happens is, since we have such high energy and we're constantly producing that energy, it is an endless source of energy. We will not be drained. Okay, so cut my hand in a box at work. That's not good, John. I hope you're doing good. Please take care of it. Make sure you put some band-aids or bandages or something on it. Definitely get it taken care of. With magnets, like I said, the ghost will suck the energy from you so that they can actually manifest. So, interesting info. I like it. Thank you. That's what my Mystery Mondays are. Once I get done talking about this, we're actually going to move over to debunking caught on video footage. But getting back to magnets, because I do need to hurry up and get over to my demonic activity. With magnets, like I said, the spirits can pull your energy and allow them to manifest. Depending on how much energy you have, depends on how much they can manifest. For some, it's a little bit of energy, and they can produce EVPs. For me, more often than not, with my high energy, you can pretty much guarantee that we're going to get EVPs, we're going to get objects moved, we're going to get taking down those ghosts. Exactly, John Cambanis. My energies have sometimes actually produced physical manifestations of an apparition. I wish I had my box, but it's out in the shed right now, that has my external hard drive that has all my past ghost hunting on there. I really need to get off my butt and go in that box and find that external hard drive so I can show you some of the footage that I've caught. But I have seen and captured physical manifestations, and we're talking shadow masses. I have caught an actual Zach Fakins, right? I've caught in a physical, transparent manifestation of a girl, and it's a girl. You can tell it's a girl because she has an arm and a head and a body, and she when she manifests, you see her walk. She turns her head back, and then she walks forward and just fades away. Now, that I don't think that was a intelligent haunt. It was more of the residual haunt that I talked about earlier. But that residual haunt was able to manifest off of my energy. If it was an intelligent haunt, it would have actually waved, spoke, or communicated versus just turning its head and turning back and walking away. Like, oh, hey, whatever, ignore them. You know, y'all are nothing. But, you know, I've had those certain things. Is that your vid? The one that I'm talking about, yes, it's one of the videos that I actually captured on one of my past ghost hunts back in the day. It's on an external hard drive that's in my shed, packed up with the rest of my boxes. One of these days, I'll actually get out there and pull it out so I can show you guys some of these. With that said, and the different types of gates and magnets, and the different types of people, and how when you go ghost hunting, certain people can cause things to happen. We're going to now move on to the last of the 6 types of entities, which is demonic activity, guys. This is Onyx Demon's favorite thing to talk about. Demons are entities that never had a mortal form. Their origins are extraterrestrial. Many people are like, wait, they're extraterrestrial? They're not aliens. Why is that? Well, if you believe God and his angels are from the heavens, that would make them extraterrestrial because they're not from the earth. They're from somewhere other than the earth, making them extraterrestrial. See, I'd have more to say if it's about demonic things. Well, we're getting ready to discuss a lot of different things right now about demonic activity, Faye. We're basically describing the different types of demonic activity and what demonic activity is. And then next Monday, I'm going to take these in. Basically, every Monday for the next 6 Mondays are going to be in-depth talks of each one of these different types. So next Monday is going to be about the residual haunting. Then the next Monday will be intelligent haunting, so forth and so on. The wretched. My auntie saw a ghost in Scotland changing bed sheets. Nice, John. Nice. I wish you had some footage on that. So, with that said, if Satan and 1/3 of the angels rebelled against God's kingdom, then Satan and 1/3 of those angels are that became demons are extraterrestrial themselves. That is why they never had mortal forms. Basically, okay, to explain a few things, Einstein basically said that E equals MC squared. Energy can be converted into matter, and matter into energy. Demons are pure energy entities. They are described in 3 different ways. Let's see, K40. I've been having weird dreams as of late, and they are similar in this some kind of mental hack by other kind of forces. Yes, there is a possibility. Believe it or not, K40 is believed that the nightmare was a spirit that oppressed people in their sleep. Some demons do oppress people in their sleeps, so it is a possibility that it could be a demon or a ghost fucking with you in your sleep. See, I've been diagnosed with a few things over my experiences, but I am strong in what I believe in, but would say it's mental health. And see, that's the thing. A lot of people want to write it off as mental health issues because it's better to have, it's just me having mental issues. It's not a ghost. It's not a ghost. I don't believe in ghosts. It can't be ghosts. It can't be ghosts. I'm not crazy. I have mental issues, but I'm not crazy. You know, some would say, but I don't. You don't have mental issues, okay? Some of the things that you've told me, Faye, I do believe those are what you think they are, and they're not you making them up in your head some kind of mental issue, okay? So trust me, you are not mental at all, and you are not crazy. Had a few times where I dreamt about demons and woke up not being able to move, then seeing them move around the room. I'm not mental. Exactly. A lot of people want to write off issues like that as they're seeing things and they're having a mental issue or something like that, because if they're seeing ghosts, they're crazier than if they have mental issues. I'm sorry, if you have a mental issue versus seeing ghosts or demons, you're more crazy to have the mental issues than you are if you had actually seen the ghosts. So I'm sorry. You know, a lot of people don't want to believe. So it comes down to what you believe and what you know. Okay, I've seen things. Now, there are some people that do have mental issues and try to, instead of saying, hey, I've got mental issues, it has to be a ghost. So they want to use the ghost as an excuse not for it to be mental issues. But with y'all, it's the opposite way around. I believe also people have demons that take over and control. Believe it or not, Faye, that's one of the things that I'm getting ready to talk about. So as I was saying, demons are pure energy entities, and they're described in 3 different ways. 1, a being of beauty that will manipulate the person to commit something that is sinful or out of the ordinary. 2, horrific, evil-looking. Some people claim they have seen demons that are incredibly hideous to look at. And then 3, black mist or black fog, black shadow, black smoke, shadow people. Most demonic hauntings that most demonic hauntings the occupants claim to be followed by black mist or black fog. I'm not afraid of ghosts. Where did demons come from? Demons come from supposedly fallen angels that fell with Satan in their disagreement with God and other angels. So it was a big war in the heavens. The 2 different factions split apart. The fallen angels became demons or evil entities of energy. It makes me think of the origin of the song Black Sabbath. Believe it or not, Tabitha, a lot of people take lightly Black Sabbath and their music. They feed off your fears of weakness. Exactly. Your emotional states. Black Sabbath, and when they were created, and some of their songs and everything are lamented in actual knowledge and fact of the belief of religion and demons and angels and things like that. And the core of original 80s heavy metal is based on religious fact. So always look to the heavy metal songs for knowledge that of actual things. Now later, when you're getting into people like Metallica, theirs is more based on the fantasy version from movies versus the religious stories like old school 80s heavy metal. It says how he saw a demon or shadow person and wrote a song about it. Exactly. And twist things when vulnerable. Yep. Iron Man, the best song. It also inspired by drug-induced hallucinations. For some of them, yes, Onyx Demon. Yeah, you're correct. I won't deny that. I have a dark angel tattooed on me as I walked with the devil, but was his friend, so I know how they work. Was not his friend. Got you. Okay. So, moving on, they are usually very easily to identify. Tabitha says, Onyx Demon, actually, it was because they messed with a black magic book. He has lost his mind. Well, I think Tabitha, I don't think he was meaning Black Sabbath more so than some of the other heavy metal musicians out there having drug-induced stuff to give them inspiration. Not specifically Black Sabbath, but some of the other 80s heavy metal bands out there. Oh, we got Rod's Play here, who's another demon. Welcome to the stream, Rod's Play. Let me go ahead and do a shout out to Rod's real quick. There we go, dropping a shout out to Rods. So anyway, as I was saying, they are usually very easy to identify, as long as they are not hiding. When it is a demonic haunting, you will typically notice a revolting stench. That the stench is usually similar to rotting flesh or sulfuric acid. Uh, they often let loose a growl that sounds like it's coming from everywhere and not just from one location. Okay, if you hear a growl in one location, it's not demonic. But if you hear a growl 360 degrees in every location, then that's the growl that may be demonic. So anyway, growl that sounds like it is coming from everywhere. Okay, so they like to make contact by pushing, shoving, hitting, and even scratching. So if you're in a haunt area and you're getting scratched, I'll guarantee you, Onyx Demon pointed this out one time when we were doing some debunking of some ghost videos. If you're getting scratched, it is not a ghost, ladies and gentlemen. It is not a ghost. As Onyx Demon pointed out, and I have pointed out many times in the past streams, ghosts cannot harm you. They cannot hurt you in any way, but a demon can. If you're getting scratched, it is not a ghost. It is a demon. Says, ooh, that explanation gave me the chills. You feel you feel burning on you. Yes, exactly, John Cambanas. Yep. So, like I said, you'll be. They like to make contact by pushing, shoving, hitting, and scratching. The whole air is affected. The area will feel thick like a fog, and the temperature will drastically change, typically becoming warmer or hotter. That's where if you feel burning on you, that's like John Cambanas is talking about. If you feel a warm sensation, kind of like you just ate a chili pepper or something, you might be having issues with demons, ladies and gentlemen. If you well, unless you actually ate a chili pepper, then of course it's indigestion. But anyway, if you have any of these issues, it's not a ghost. It is a demon. The stench of rotting flesh or sulfur, being pushed, shoved, or scratched. Any kind of physical entity, physical activity on you. Now, if you see like a table being knocked around or a chair being pushed away, yes, that can be a ghost. But ghosts cannot harm you. If you feel any kind of physical activity on you, it is demonic. Demons harm or intimidate to break your... See, I was actually getting ready to get to that. So thank you, demon. You actually got to a point that I'm getting ready to get at here in just a moment. But the more you fear the unknown, the more powerful they become, and the closer they are to possession. Exactly, demon. Exactly. Right on the money. We're actually getting ready to get to that here in just a second. I was just about to say that these creatures are very strong, unlike human spirits, and they don't mind showing it. Apparently, their main goal is to break down a person's free will, okay, in order to make way for possession. Now, why the free will? What is the key thing about free will? It is known that in the Bible, God gave us free will, okay? It is what makes us different from angels. And so annoying, we're talking about this, and I got to go to bed as I've got school. No problem, Faye. You can always catch the VOD later at any time. And if you ever want to talk about ghosts or demons or anything, Faye, you can always hit me up in Discord. I always love talking about it. Feel free to hit me up at any time. Free will is a wall or locked gate. They break that barrier, but this is my type of convo. I know it is. And it's like a drug. You're like, you gotta hear it. Let's see. Cheers, y'all. Lunch is over. Hey, take it easy, Jeff. Take it easy. Have a good work. I like how you explain them as extraterrestrials. Would this mean they are multidimensional and are not necessarily of this earth? Yeah, right, matey. I'll DM you soon. Okay, take it easy. K40, they are energy. They are multi-dimensional. Yes. The heavens and heaven and hell. Hell is actually not in earth, in the center of the earth. You don't go below the earth to go into hell like some people say. There is a realm, dimension with us that is out of phase from us that we can't see, but they can access, that hell is at. The same as with heaven. It's on another plane of existence in another dimension from us up in the heavens somewhere. When we die, our souls become energy and we transmute to to the through the dimension where hell is, or to the dimension where heaven is. Eventually, when in Revelations, in the return of Jesus Christ, eventually Satan and the demons will control the earth, and it'll be hell on earth. Basically, that veil is broken, and everything from hell is able to release, and hell takes over our dimension. They will have their dimension and ours on the same plane of existence. So yes, they are multi-dimensional. So ghosts are most likely just in limbo. Some are, yes, exactly. While some passages speak of hell or the place of judgment being below the earth or downward. Here we go with Demon. I love when Demon drops this. Hell exists in a non-physical realm similar to heaven. Hell exists beyond our physical universe as a place where the souls of humans continue to dwell. For unbelievers, hell includes ongoing torment, and is permanent. Those in hell appear to be able to see at least parts of heaven for further torment and remember earthly events. Isn't that already happening? To some degrees, yeah, COVID is like hell on earth, but believe it or not, the hell on earth of Revelations that is being spoken of, that me and Demon are talking about, that was copy and pasted. Awesome. Thank you, Demon. Thank you. That the hell that's in the Bible. Yes, the hell that's in the Bible. I'll explain it here in a minute, K40, real quick. I'm gonna focus on Leather Rebel's comment about, is this hell already? Trust me, when Revelations happens, once Revelations actually happen and the second coming has actually has appeared. Oh, I know, I'm very familiar with. Oh, I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. I'll put it this way: what we're experiencing right now with COVID is a far minute in comparison to true hell on earth. And I doubt you. I don't doubt you know the Bible and Revelations. Trust me. Never doubting. Blast Bit Metal. I heard hell. Greetings. Welcome. Throw your horns up for another Demon. Let me throw another shout out to Blast Bit once my thing loads up here. Bye. Blast Bit with a shout out. Okay, so K40. A long while back, I went into a major discussion about demons and stuff like that. The Bible that we know of as the Holy Bible is not the complete Bible. Basically, the Vatican took what was the complete Bible and took parts of the Bible out and created the Holy Bible. Then King James took the Holy Bible and translated it into the King James Version, which is another watered-down version of a watered-down version. It depends on your beliefs, though. The Christian hell is nothing like the hell of a lot of other religions, such as Nordic. Yes, and I've touched on that as well, Tabitha, in past episodes. I actually went into Norse mythology and stuff, and I talked about how they are all interconnected through one certain group called the Anunnaki. Okay, most people don't know who the Anunnaki are, but everything from the Babylonians, the Sumerians, all of those are all connected through the Anunnaki in some way, shape, or forms. 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon is more like 6 degrees of Anunnaki. Give me a sec here. Now, with that being said, the Bible, the true Bible, is in two parts. You have what's called the Apocrypha and the Pseudepigrapha. One being the Pseudepigrapha being Old Testament, the Apocrypha, Apocalypse being the New Testaments. So the Apocrypha and the Pseudepigrapha. Those are the complete versions of the book. There's a lot in the Apocrypha and the Pseudepigrapha that most people do not know, and it explains a lot as to the angels and demons possibly being the Anunnaki, which are aliens, an alien race of people, because they talk about the angels descended from the heavens with spinning discs behind them. There's a lot of references as far as alien origins in the Bible that can be translated thanks to the if people knew their knowledge and researched the Apocrypha and Pseudepigrapha. Most Christians don't actually read their Bibles. They read verses. They read verses like, oh, hey, here's today's verse, and oh, hey, here's tomorrow's verse. They don't read it from front to back like a book and pay attention to what they're reading. And that's the reason why with me, I wanted to understand more. I'm that type of person. I have to learn so many things. I'm always trying to learn something. And that's how I found the Apocrypha and the Pseudophagra was when I was researching the Anunnaki, and they actually talk of it. So yeah, verses that are fed to them by a pastor. To some degrees, yeah, exactly. For most people who don't know, I was raised a paternal side being Catholic and a maternal side being Pentecostal. There's two different types of Pentecostal, just so y'all know. There's the snake handlers and the holy rollers. The snake handlers, the oneness and the Trinity. Okay, the oneness believe that there is no God the Son, God the Father, God the Holy Ghost. It's just one person. Your holiness believe that there's God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Ghost, which are three different entities of the same form. So they believe in the Trinity. So just to give you all an idea, that's where my background comes from, is a Catholic Pentecostal background. But I did in college take religious theory, occultism, paranormal research, and a few other courses like demonology. So I do have a very intense background in this. That said, I got off topic, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get back on topic so we can get to some debunking. Okay. Where was I? Okay, yeah, here we go. So these we were talking about apparently their main goal is to break down a person's free will in order to make way for possession. This can take days, months, or even years, ladies and gentlemen, but time is of no concern to them. They have a hatred for mankind that dates back to the days of God and Lucifer. They have lived for millennia and will be here long after we are gone. So basically you have to understand that though you may be able to expel these creatures with religious provocation, you can and never will destroy them. Basically, they could go to the next place down the road after you expel them from yourself or your friend or whatever. And then they could even go so far as a distance between here and California. They could be where I am and Tabitha is within matters of seconds, in the blink of an eye. Okay. Demons are capable of changing form right in front of you, from a human form to an inhuman form. They are neither male nor female. They're androgynous, but can change to meet their needs. People mostly see demons as black masses standing in doorways or near rooms. Sometimes they are called shadow devils. Nessa says hi. Tell her I said hey. Tell her I said hey back. I would do a shout out for her, but she's not here for me to do a shout out. So tell her I said hey. So understand that even though you may expel them, you have not destroyed them or got rid of them. They're just pretty much going to leave the body or the object that you expelled them from to another suitable host and move on to someone else. So all you've done is you've helped yourself or your friend or the other person, but they're going to continue to move on because you cannot destroy them. Okay, and because of people seeing them in shadow forms, a lot of people will confuse the shadow demons with shadow masses or shadow people. And they're like, oh, I saw a shadow ghost. No, you saw a demon. That's one of the reasons why you have to understand the difference of, the smelling the sulfur and the sounds and things like that. You have to make sure you know what is a demon and what's not. So if you see the signs of a demon and you see a shadow mass, it's not a shadow ghost. That's a demon that you're seeing. So you have to know those traits to be able to discern between the difference. Put it this way, if you watched Lucifer on Netflix, he is the king of demons. He can change to human-like form at will, and vice versa. Exactly, exactly. I didn't even think to mention the Lucifer TV show. This whole day I've been working on these notes. I did not once think to mention the Lucifer TV show. Most demons, other than the lowest rank slaves, can change. Exactly. You have your archdemons, your demon hierarchy, your demon lords, like we have in Stream Demons. The Stream Demons is pretty much based off of that actual premise. Certain demon lords rule certain levels of hell, the 9 levels of hell. So each one has their own sins that they focus on. So there's different things about it. You've got a sin demon, you've got a gluttony demon, and then you got the one demon that's over all these different demons, so forth and so on. Now, that is all of the notes, ladies and gentlemen. With that said, and that being the 6 different types of got to point to the thing here. My brain, this ear thing is causing my brain to not be able to function. So it says debunk time. Exactly, it is now debunk time. Next Monday we're going to be talking in more in-depth conversation about residual haunting. But for now, we are going to move on to debunking time, ladies and gentlemen. Freaking dope. Thanks for the lesson. Anytime, like I said, I'm going to continue to do this very soon, K40. I'll be doing live streamed ghost hunting. I'm just having an issue finding locations to hunt. But let's go ahead and switch over to the movies.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera, reaching out from the other side. This next mysterious video was captured in the countryside of Japan in 2018. YouTuber and paranormal researcher Fourth Wall claims that the video was shared directly with him by a source that wishes to remain anonymous. The footage shows someone walking around an old traditional Japanese graveyard in the middle of the night. The anonymous source lives right next to the cemetery and says that he heard a dog barking loudly throughout the night. Fed up with the continuous noise, he goes to investigate. Now, there have been rumors of strange things happening in this particular graveyard. So, he decides to film as he searches for the barking dog. It did not go well. Did you see it? Right before he cuts the video and runs, a horrifying tiny little hand can be seen reaching out from underneath one of the gravestones. I've zoomed and stabilized the footage, and as you can see, the hand is so small that it almost resembles that of a very young child. So is the graveyard haunted by a restless child spirit?
Okay, guys, for that one, we're going to have to go back and watch it out. So let's go back and watch that, guys. Okay, so right there is where I'm going to play it back again. Ooh, interesting. He's got some cojones, right? So let's watch right there, because I'm trying to see if that's CGI or if that's real. I don't know at this point. Usually I can call a bluff, but let's watch it again.
Did you see it? Right before he cuts the video and runs, a horrifying tiny little hand can be seen reaching out from underneath one of the gravestones. I've zoomed and stabilized the footage, and as you can see...
Okay, I'm trying to get it to just where that hand comes out.
Underneath one of the graves.
Okay, so there we go, guys. It's a trapped raccoon. It possibly could be. So there's not much definition. Whatever it is, I don't see no transparency. I don't, I can't see a shadow. So I can't tell if it's CGI or if it's real. Is that a possibility? Maybe it could be a possum. I don't see in Japan. I don't think they had possums or raccoons in Japan. Got chat to load. Tried to get that host out. Awesome. Thank you for being here, Side Bergeron. Thank you. Either way, it looks creepy as hell. It does. What I'm thinking it possibly could be is I know that in Japan they do have a form of sloth, as well as a they have sloths and panda bears. It could be a panda bear or a Scythe dropping out those. Let me do a shout out to Scythe dropping out a gifted tier. Where's Scythe at? There we go. Dropping that shout out to Scythe Bergeron. Okay, so tiny hands creep me out, right? Hi Leather, hi Tabitha. So I can't debunk this one. I cannot honestly debunk this one, guys.
Gravestones. I've zoomed and stabilized the footage, and as you can see, the hand is so small.
I want to say it's CGI or some kind of animal. It does not look
so is the graveyard
human-like
haunted by
at
a
all.
restless child spirit? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. Restoration.
So real quick before we move on to the next one, again, this one I cannot debunk. This one, the one we just passed with the hand. Is it a thing, toy from Adam's Family? It could be. It could be. It could be a lot of different things. Demon and Tabitha and Leather Rebel. So with that, with it possibly being a toy, possibly being CGI, possibly being an animal, I'm pretty much going to write that one off as debunkable, just because if there's a doubt, throw it out. I mean, this one isn't debunkable. The quality is ass. Exactly. So this one, we can't really discern what it is. So it comes down to Japan has raccoon dogs. Don't think they have those tiny hands like America raccoons, right? So it's hard to say. How is everyone faring tonight? I'm stuck in chat. I'm doing okay, Scythe. I'm completely deaf 100% in my left ear, but I can still hear out of my right, but I'm doing good. Maybe they tied a string to a little fake can and slowly pulled it out. See, exactly, Tabitha. So there's a and thanks for the host, K40. There's a lot of possibilities, and Demon knows this one, Scythe knows this one. If my buddy Hell Monkey was here, a lot of times where was it filmed? It was filmed in Japan, Onyx Demon. It was filmed in Japan. But I have a theory, a saying in ghost hunting, that if there's a doubt, throw it out. If you cannot make any discernible proof that it is a ghost, or that it is this, or that it is that, write it off as nothing. Yet you have to write it as a hoax, just because you can't prove it legit and you can't prove it not legit. If there's a doubt, throw it out. But Demon, this was filmed in Japan. So Japan has monkeys. You are right. You're right. It's probably a monkey hand. I didn't even think about that. Japan does have forms of a spider, a monkey that's similar to a spider monkey. It's a cross between a spider monkey and a capuchin monkey. You are completely right, Demon. Fluffy in the house. Let's drop some fluff love, everybody. Cemeteries are ripe with insects. Yes, you are right. 100%. There we go. Onyx Demon probably grabbing for grub. Nice work. I was thinking scorpion. Possibly, but it's once Demon pointed out the monkey blast, I now believe completely, without a shadow of a doubt, in those areas, Japan does have monkeys, and it is if it's a monkey, I hope it wasn't stuck. It probably wasn't, because we couldn't see what the other side was. It probably was under there, doing like for shelter or something, hiding away and reaching out, grabbing bugs, because a lot of monkeys do eat grubs and worms and maggots and things like that. And Fluff comes into a discussion about maggots. Save the ghost monkeys. Monkeys are ghosts too, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's move on to the next one.
6 years ago in 2014,
Take it easy,
Matt
side.
West shared a very creepy video to his YouTube channel. Matt says that the video was shot by one of his friends who had recently bought an old house in Lumberton, Texas. Now, it should be noted that this house is said to be haunted by the ghost of a handicapped man in a wheelchair who lived in the home 40 years ago. Tragically, the man fell into the house's pool and drowned. Since then, many of the house's residents and visitors have claimed to see the terrifying apparition of a man in a wheelchair rolling aimlessly around the home. So, Matt West's friend was renovating the old house and was recording a before and after video of the house's restoration. When the man reviewed his camera footage, he was shocked to the core by what he found.
Okay, yeah, this one's fake. Like Demon said, this one's fake.
Did you see it? As he enters one of the rooms, a figure in red can be seen moving in a doorway right in front of him. For some reason, he doesn't see the strange figure at all as he continues filming the room.
I'm gonna try to catch it. Hang on,
Then,
guys.
as he looks back, the apparition seems to float right by.
Okay, let me try to catch it. Hang on, I'm gonna show y'all something. Hellfire, what is up, Stream Demons? I'm gonna try to catch this
Strange
as much
figure
as I
at
can.
all.
Let me see if I can slow it down for you guys. Hang on. Playback speed. We're gonna slow it down to 75 and see if it's slow enough for me to catch this.
As he continues filming the room. Then, as he looks back, the apparition seems to float.
Okay, I couldn't catch it completely, but if you saw it, okay, right there, guys. Let me see what the fake later. Stay awesome. Wheelchairs to afterlife. Exactly. You cannot have a wheelchair in the afterlife. Stream Demons. What was that? What was that? That's just what happens with the trash camera. Yeah. Now, you can't fully see it, guys. But if you look right here, because of motion blur, but right here, it's oh my God, that wasn't even well done. Exactly. It's reflecting light, okay? Which means it is metallic, which means it is physical, which means it's really there, which means he has someone push it, and he's pretty, like, he didn't see it, he just completely ignored it. Well, yeah, he's trying to make a fake video, so of course he's gonna obviously pretend it's not there because he knows it's there, so he's going to ignore it like it's not there because he's just miraculously in an area where it's not rolling and it happens to be pushed on a side that he's not at, and it just so happens that it for some reason is reflecting light. Now, if it was ethereal and it was a ghost wheelchair, ladies and gentlemen, it would not reflect the light. It could not reflect the light. As such, what we're seeing is a real wheelchair being pushed by somebody off to the distance in the shadows over here that is hiding and probably wearing black clothes. Plain and simple, completely debunked. Let me go ahead and set it to normal speed. It says there's no wheelchair. It's walking. Watch. It's a kid with a black mask.
Right by him without making a sound. Even stranger, the creepy figure in red appears to be sitting in a wheelchair.
It's a
So
kid.
could this be the handicapped man who drowned in the swimming pool outside the home so many years ago? Or just who or what is that? Let me know what you think. Before we move on to the next video, if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com. A school like a prison. Over on the YouTube channel Michio FL Chan, Brandon Benson and his friends decide to explore a series of creepy abandoned buildings near his home in England. The buildings have a very dark history. This place was a Victorian-era, quote, reformatory school for boys, basically a prison for children. The reformed school originally opened in 1857.
I've been tempted to email him last bit.
Committed crimes. Most of the offenses were nothing serious. In fact, many of the poor boys were in prison simply for begging for food on the streets. Nevertheless, the children at the school were treated like hardened convicts. They were forced to work at hard labor. The school/prison has now been abandoned for over 30 years. Local legend says that the buildings are still haunted by the lingering souls of the boys who suffered there. So, Brandon and his friends spend a day exploring the creepy abandoned building, and then they upload their video to YouTube. That's when they discover something truly terrifying. As the teens enter one of the old buildings, this happens.
Me and Carm will call each other in case we get split up and we can't find each other.
We've got no phone signal either.
Alright, let's go to the next building.
Did you see it?
Okay.
This figured face seems to
Super
stare out
fake.
at the boys from one of the old classrooms.
Hold on. Let's go back. Let's catch that. I'm gonna catch it real quick.
Did you see it?
I'm gonna try to see if I can catch it. Let me move it slower, guys. This one here is super uber fake. Let's make it go slow. Never fails with the slow motion.
Me and Carm will call each other in case we get split up and we can't find each other.
We've got no phone signal either.
I think it was makeup. I can't tell if it was a mask or if it was makeup, but we're about to find out. Dang it. Let me get it just right. I'm trying to catch it just right.
In case we get split up and we can't find each other.
Hang on, let me slow it down even more, guys. Let me slow it just a little bit more. Because I want to catch this bitch. See, that's what I was saying, Leather Rebel. It looks like old school makeup.
Alright.
See, it looks like makeup because you can see that in a minute, if you watch, you'll see the eyeballs and it has like teeth painted into it. It looks like almost like but it's got teeth.
Building.
Did you see it?
Anyway, well, I can't get it just right, so let's see what they do real quick. Maybe he'll pause on it. But yeah, it's either a mask or makeup, one of the two.
Stare out at the boys from one of the old classrooms. Brandon says that he has no explanation for the bizarre leering face, but
and it just so happens to be the same height as the kids. I wonder if kids have an extra kid pretending to be a ghost kid at a school for kids.
What do you think? Is the abandoned reform school haunted? Or could this simply be a very, very strange reflection? Let me know down in the comments. Meanwhile, on TikTok.
So yeah, he's not going to pause it. But anyway, that said, they bought the makeup kit at a Dollar Tree Halloween section, right? It's either makeup or a mask. Not sure which it is, but you can tell it's not light reflection because it's not glowing. It has an ambience of warm tones to it versus cool tones. So it is either a mask or it is makeup, one of the two, completely debunked right there. So let's move on to the next.
Chilean TikTok user Franco Villejas claims that he has been experiencing shocking paranormal activity in his home. He says that he's seen unexplained shadows, had severe sleep paralysis, has actually been bitten on his back by an unseen force, and perhaps creepiest of all, he's captured the terrifying apparition of a girl wandering through his house at night. In a previous video, I featured several of Franco's creepy encounters with the alleged female ghost. After these scary encounters, Franco says that the paranormal entity has not left him alone, and the supernatural activity in his home has only intensified. The spirit seems to toy with Franco, frequently turning on his bathroom shower and sink and causing his lights to flicker or malfunction. One night, when Franco is home alone, he notices that the light and stereo downstairs seem to mysteriously turn on by themselves.
Se ha encendido la luz de abajo y está sola la casa. Voy a bajar.
So far, everything that I've seen is tricks. It's easy stuff that you can trick. What's on the other side?
Then, on another night, things get downright terrifying.
Se escucha mucho ruido en el primer
Closed already
piso.
done with them. Strings.
Estoy viendo la escalera y no hay nadie. Ah, concha de madre.
He's got a
you
girl
see
with
it?
him.
After hearing a voice, Franco goes back to his bedroom. As he pans his camera around the room, in one split second, a woman can be seen sitting on his bed. When he pans back just a second later, no one there. Franco didn't even notice the creepy apparition himself, but when he posted the video, his viewers pointed it out immediately. But is it a real ghost or just some very good special effects?
It's special
Let me know what you
effects.
think.
Okay, let's see what everyone's saying. Oh, I'm done with this dude already. What did I say? Jealous ex. I don't think it was a jealous ex. I think he had a girlfriend with him because the voice did not sound. It sounded too real to be of a ghost voice. You can tell the difference between a ghost voice and a real voice. It sounded like he had a person with him while he was facing away, and then once we heard the girl voice say something, went over to the back area. He needs a restraining order, not a YouTube video. Right. So yeah, this one's pretty much debunked. A lot of this footage here, same as that other guy that me and there's this one ghost YouTuber, ghost haunted YouTuber dude that I can't remember his name. He's foreign as well. That me and Onyx Demon are always debunking up here, and this guy here is pretty much doing the same tactics as the other guy did. I mean, if he was being haunted by Mara, he would be dead. There's 4 stages of Mara: 1, seeing her; 2, sleep paralysis; 3, marking you; and then 4, she strangles you. Exactly, Demon. Exactly. Let's move on to the next. Echo Caliber, welcome.
So, it's kind of become a bit of a trend in TikTok dance videos these days for someone to post a dance and then there's some spooky shadow or something in the background. It's gotten to the point that I usually just don't feature those videos. But many viewers sent in this next clip, and I have to say, it's pretty damn creepy. TikTok user MaryLiz9 records a short dance video in an empty parking lot for fun, but things take a very strange turn.
Real quick before we get going, TikTok. For most of you who are new here, like Echo Caliber, anytime someone has a ghost caught on camera from TikTok usually, more often than not, about 85% of the time are faked videos. Plain and simple. I would even go so far as to say probably 90% of the time, a TikTok video that claims to have a ghost is a faked video. So anytime you hear, well, TikTok user so-and-so from TikTok, more often than not, it's a fake ghost. Exactly, Echo. So the term TikTok is automatic debunking usually, unless it can stump me. If it stumps me, then it may be legit. But so far, every single one I've seen have been faked. This girl here is about to do a dance video, and mysteriously, guess what? She's in a parking garage where there's a lot of places for somebody to hide and walk through.
As she dances from left to right, Mary Liz appears to be completely alone. But then suddenly the figure of a man appears right behind her. He has his back turned towards her and moves backwards before simply disappearing.
Okay, so let's see here. Or green screen, nice and empty. Okay, so basically how that one works, let me go ahead and explain it in slow motion for you guys. Let's turn the slow speed on, because I know how Onyx Demon loves his slow speed. So let me explain this one to you before we get it started. Pretty much, while she's dancing, the person is either sitting on their ass or laying down, crouched down to where her knees are. So you're not going to see him or her behind her while she's dancing, because they're below the line of sight of the camera, where the camera is cut off. So you can't see them because they're crouching. And as she moves a certain way, they just got to creep up and then appear in the camera. Okay, now if you watched right here, there was a shadow moving right there. In TikTok, you can change the background or video. He accidentally walked into frame and the auto edit caught him. Pretty much that's a possibility too already. I really enjoy the content of your ghost streams. Gotta go. Okay, so Leather Rebel, take it easy, have fun. But looking forward to the next. No, hey, I'm always gonna have them. But if you watch right here, the shadow was just creeped up right here. Now watch. And there they are. Okay, see, now watch her face. Watch her face. Watch her face when he appears. Watch her face. She went to look at somebody off at the distance. See her face? She's smiling, okay? Because with her looking in the phone, she can see herself. So she had to have seen the person behind her. She had to have seen him as she was filming. So she knows they were there. She started smiling because she knows that he or she is appearing behind her. So she knows it.